Hi, my name is Andrew, the property advisor. In this video, I'm going to let you know if you are banned or not, and if you are banned, exactly what you need to do, and who the players are that are controlling your financial future if you own a home. Don't miss it. And at the bottom of this video, right at the tail end, I'm going to let you know exactly what's going to happen over the next 6 months in the market, so you know what you should do best for you and for your family. I want to ask you, make sure please you start a relationship with me. You and I begin that relationship not with this video, but when you click that subscribe button down below and we can start to communicate with each other. And please upload your comments and let me know what's happening with you. Ask questions. I'll be glad to respond. My whole team will be glad to respond to you and help you as you move forward with your American dream. So now comes the question, are you banned or not? And what do I mean? So we all know that a $2+ trillion government initiative called CARES was announced in March, and through that, homeowners could go into forbearance. Over 3 million homeowners stopped making their payments under this CARES program. The CARES program was designed that the lenders were not allowed to report a negative on your credit, but they, like so often, forgot something. And they forgot that it's not just the government mandate that rules the lending industry, but also 50% plus of mortgages that are given to borrowers are bought by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. And Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac have a rule, and the rule is that if you are not current in your payments in the last 12 months, you can't borrow again. Now, does that mean if you went into forbearance that you can't do anything for 12 months? That's the question we're going to answer here. But first, you need to know the players. There are 5 players, minimum 5 players involved in your loan, your home, and your future. Player number 1, we'll just do a stick figure, is Fannie Mae. Player number 2 is Freddie Mac. And Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac buy 50% of loans, and the lender who lends to you sells to them, so if they say they won't buy the loan that is promised to you, then you won't get that loan. And very simply, these guys say that you need to have 12 months current payments or they won't make a loan to you. Now, there's a third player in here, and this is the regulator for Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, the Federal Housing Finance Authority. That's the third player. And it's their job to pass regulations that govern these guys. By the way, both of them are in receivership, so both of them are government controlled. And FHFA regulates what their rules are. So right now there's a big debate going on about what about these 3 million Americans who got promised one thing but actually are experiencing something else. Now, there's another player. Right here is something called the NAMB. That's the National Association of Mortgage Bankers. Their job as an association is to lobby these guys, as well as many other things, because they're the voice on the street. They're the voice representing all the mortgage bankers. They're the voice that's responding to all the borrowers. And their job is to lobby these guys to make sure that up in this ivory tower called the political summit, that their ideas actually work. Now, there is a fifth player that I don't want you to forget. It's called the Senate Banking Committee. This is player number 5. So this association, the National Association of Mortgage Bankers, will lobby the Senate Banking Committee to hopefully inform everybody at the top in Washington how to make the right regulations, and then Fannie Mae, and Freddie Mac will respond. 5 players involved, because right now, if you have not made a payment due to forbearance, even though it won't ding your credit, when you put in that application for a refi, you will not be able to borrow. Now, I'm not one of those panic guys that says, oh my gosh, you needed to take forbearance. I understand that. I believe Washington understands that. Many in the NAMB understand that. Many in the SBC understand that. But now what do you do? So now there's a whole lobbying motion going on, and this is the up-to-date, what's happening right now in the middle of May, and there's a huge campaign going on to fix it. And the fix will be, inevitably, that Fannie and Freddie will have to say eventually, because remember, the government has the primary interest in those two organizations, and they're regulated by another government organization. Eventually what will happen, I predict, right here on YouTube, I predict that what will happen is that the 12 months current payment will probably be brought down, maybe to something like 3 months. It's possible that we'll see as an add-on to the CARES Act, that an add-on will be there to add on to the credit requirement that, as well as not dinging your credit, that Fannie and Freddie are not allowed to ban the purchase of these loans if you are in default. But it will be related directly to COVID. They won't across the board say, hey, if you don't pay your payment, we'll refinance you. Of course that won't happen. But this fix-it idea right here, very few people know about this. This is in process right now. This debate is in process right now, this fix-it process. So I want to encourage you, do not panic if you're being turned down for refi. Do not panic. Yes, you are probably stuck right now, but I have a very strong intonation reading all that I read that there's a rule change coming, because at the end of the day, it is bad for the economy if you can't buy a home. If we turn around to 3 million people say you can't buy a home, 3 million people you can't refi, that sucks a ton of money out of the economy. That pulls a lot of buyers out of the economy. That damages the real estate market. That damages the gross domestic product. And there's many, many, many things that are associated with that. So I want to encourage you. You needed to take forbearance. Now perhaps you've gone for the refi, you've encountered a challenge. I believe, and every indicator we have from what we're reading, is that there is a rule change coming up at some point in the future. So watch for that, and when it happens, I'm going to play you a clip from this video. So that all the people that say that I'm crazy, I can actually play it for them. That will be fun, because you know what? I actually like the American people more than my job. And I think it's important you know what the truth is. By the way, a couple of other updates right now. The real estate market is on fire. Buyers are coming back in droves, and inventory is extraordinarily low. So you're seeing on many, many properties, particularly in the affordable price ranges, that there are multiple offers. Another thing that you see is interest rates are crucial to our recovery. You're seeing interest rates edge their way down. Again, I say right here, on this real estate ICU, we anticipate interest rates coming down in the 2s. Some people think it will go to 2 as it is in Canada right now. Maybe it'll be 2.5, maybe 2 3/4. Is that going to happen tomorrow? No. Is it coming? Very, very probably. And as those rates come down, that creates affordability. So those who do go back to work, understand that we're at 20% unemployment, but many of those people will flood back to work. And as they do go back to work, and as this issue does get fixed, there's a lot of people who are going to be incentivized by those low interest rates that are going to drive buyers back to the market. The market is really busy right now, extraordinary as that may be. So I want to encourage you. It's actually a good time right now to buy, and it's also a good time to sell for different reasons. And I want to encourage you, subscribe down here, start that relationship with me, and watch the next video I have on how can it be a good time to buy and a good time to sell at the same time. Here's another video for you to watch. Thanks for watching. Andrew, the Property Advisor. I'll be back to you next week, same time, same place, every Sunday, every Thursday, Real Estate ICU. Thank you.